to continue this the last video, right? So let's see that. Yeah. So right now we created a one method, so the init browser method, and we created a for instance like references outside. So that every class can access those after execution of one by one. Okay, and we created a method called login orange method. So it's a completely this method is reusable, right? So now, so now we want to run this program. So earlier we have within the main method we are running the program. So that is the case. We doesn't require the method like object of this class. But here, right? So you want to run your custom methods. Okay, you want to run custom methods. With we need to create an object of this class. So what is the object creation syntax? Anybody? Create a object syntax. Okay. So class name. Syntax is class name. So class name is equal to class name. So this is a syntax. Now, what is the class name? So class name is a test. Okay. So test dot t equal to new test. Okay. So this is the object creation. Okay. So now in our main method, so this above first, this is a first statement, right? So it will create an object. Okay. So let me create the object and we'll see the debug mode. So now I'm running in the debug mode. So you want to debug your code, right? So just wherever you want to place the cursor. So in the line of here, so it will eligible for, okay. So breakpoint, okay, and right click. So here we have a, previously we run by using the run. So now you can use debug test class name and dot main method. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So now the cursor will, you see, nothing is executed in the above. Okay. I told you, right? The Java compiler will, while runtime, it will find that. So the execution will start from here only. Okay. So now, resume it. So we have a few options. I will highlight you. Please listen carefully this section. Debugging is very important. So when you are working in the working environment. So here, this is the debugging window, and these are the toolbars. Okay, these are the toolbars, and you can click this console as well. And here you can see, so this is the area. Few symbols are there, right? So stop symbol, resume symbol, right? And there is a this kind of array, okay, arrow, and down arrow something. So let me mouse over those. You will come to know what are those, and we'll see. Let me remove that one. Yes, you see. So now it is a rerun test, okay, and it is a like test. You want to stop the test. Our class name test is a class name, okay, and you can resume your program. So there is a name of that tooltip, and as well as there is a shortcut also given F9. So something like resume. So it is like a step over. So what is the step over? And I'll go forward. No problem. So here you can step over and step into and step out. Okay. So there are like few breakpoints. So how many places you place the breakpoint? So you want to mute in the sense you don't want to run that debug mode. Okay, that particular breakpoint. Okay, so that is the one. And step over in the sense, so you are executing this particular step. That is called step over. Okay, so step over. So now the step is executed. Okay, and nothing is there, right? So if I place on this T, okay, if I place on that T, you can see this. So what are those things you are able to see? Playwright equal to null, browser equal to null, page equal to null, because we already derived that. Okay, in our previous session, recollect that constructor, right? Constructor. So this class has a constructor, no, right? Because how do I identify the constructor? So let me recap. So what is the class name? Based on the class name, whether we have any name in that, but it will look like a method, does not have a return types. So how it will be like this? So constructor will be like this. Okay, test. So this is a constructor. Okay. So by seeing the class name and constructor name must be same, and followed by parentheses and the public or whatever. Okay. So this is a constructor. So we do not have a constructor, but by default, so compiler will provide, and also you see the same name, right? Suppose here I will give. So you can see, uh, what is that? Yes. So you can see same thing, right? The same thing will be there in here. So now onwards, I'll change the definition. It is not a class name. It is a constructor. Okay, new constructor. So what is the syntax of the creating object? So in the first session is like class name and new class name. Now it is a class name, a reference variable, and a new is a keyword. Then after, please you need to say that it is a constructor of the class. So by default constructor, okay, Java will provide and it will invoke that. And by the case, whenever this particular constructor is created, right? The first thing is whatever the this class have reference variables. Okay, methods, reference, all those will come here. So that is the case. Playwright, right? Playwright, all those we saw in that. Okay. So playwright is a blank. Sorry, playwright is null. Playwright value, browser value, all those things we saw in null. Let me mouse over it. And also we can saw some values as well. Yeah. Let me stop it again here and debug it. Let me. Now I want to call this object. So t dot method name. So what is the method? Init browser. So this browser method will execute this one. Okay, this kind of section. So now I want to call t dot login orange application. Yes. So let me delete this constructor. So no need. So it is a default constructor. Now, yeah. So you can see. So this particular method is there here. So now let me execute it, and I will kept here as a one checkpoint. Here also one breakpoint. Okay. So let me drive this code again. You will come to know. And one more area we can saw, right? Here. Here also we have some kind of play and like a run button, and here it is default and stop your existing like run your stop your program something like. So this is the area, one more area, and draw clear, cancel, stop, till it is running. Yeah. So let me debug again here. So I'm not running by using this right click. So this time I'm using this toolbar. In what is the toolbar? IntelliJ toolbar. Okay. So both are same. Yeah. Now you can see where we came in the first method. So this line of statement is executed, and this particular statement is okay. So let me debug here on T, and let's see that one by one. Okay. Yeah. So T, right? So T cannot have variable to what is this T? Either we can see by this way. So now playwright is null. Okay. So now after running this step over, yeah. Now playwright is, yeah, it is running actually. It is creating the instance. Yeah. And you can see here. Let me highlight this one. You continue. Playwright is the one instance. Okay. Earlier it is a null. That object is created. Okay. The playwright some implement a zero at the rate 11822 something like one of the object. And still you see browser is not still is a null. Browser is still is null. Page is still is null. Because only we execute at the first line, that is playwright equal to playwright dot write create. So that is created a one instance object for the playwright instance. Okay. So yeah. Now let me run step over to the another browser kind of thing. Okay. So browser has one more, two more lines. Advanced is, yeah. Now you will see the browser. So browser implementation, you see at the rate 1840. So that means the browser is launched. Okay, browser instance is created. So now we are taking the browser object. Okay, we are taking the browser object. So browser has these methods. So it is a more technical, but how to explain because this kind of thing will be in the like interviews. Okay, so these are the context, browser level context, browser listeners. So there are many types are there, but on later point of time I will explain, which are very important and use in our testing and also in the interview purpose. But we have to play around that. So mouse hovering this kind of thing, what are the and play like right click on see this kind of driver process, Chrome browser, Firefox, WebKit. Okay, so you see this playwright dot create will create a give one object. This object will have this kind of methods implementation. So Chromium, right? So the how to so internally there is a connection method. It will take care about the connection ID something initialized. Browser related stuff will be initialized. Similarly, Firefox, WebKit. Okay, so those connection will be established. And after getting the browser, so we have a browser context, browser listeners is connected or not. It is true. So something like launching options, which browser type which we are connecting. Okay. So this is a kind of internal, but so let's see. Now we are in the browser level. So let me execute the page. So whenever browser dot new page only, the browser page will be open. Till now it is a background. So what Chromium instance in that your machine by using the Microsoft Playwright, which are ready with that to opening your new browser page, which you specified the browser name. Okay. So let me open. So now we specified a Edge browsers. In the Chromium, we have specified Edge. The Edge is open. You see. Now you can see after page equal to small page equal to earlier it was null, but in the runtime page colon page implementation of 0249. So this numbering will be random, so it will be changing the execution to execution, but we come to know the object is created. Right? So let's clear about. I think I hope you are able to understand it. Let me go to the next one. Yeah. So the cursor will come from here to here. Okay. So after completion of it will come again back to the main method. So again we need to run this here. Okay. Now it will go to login Orange HRM application. So what we have done. So if you click the page, okay. So page will have many methods. Page has many methods, right? Browser context and mouse events, mouse page, touch screens. Okay. So yeah. So we have one of the method, navigate method. So this navigate method, what it does is, it will load that whatever URL you have given within that. That's all. Yeah, and the page dot locator, right? Page dot locator. So maybe it will be there. Yeah, page dot locator, locating the element, and the reference is a locator. Okay. Yes. So let run this one. I think it is loading the URL. So after loading the URL, right? So again, one more thing I want to discuss here. So we got by using the XPath, we are locating this locator. Okay, after identifying that, so now locator is the username. The username is not defined till now because it was not identified. So after execution of this step only, we will come to know the reference, the username is identified or not. So let me step over. Now we can see that this username. Okay, username as a locator and which has a selector. Okay, the XPath you have given. So by using that page, playwright page identified with locator, and we have a reference. So by reference dot username dot fill. So we are filling the data into that. So let me, yeah, add it. Okay, and step over. Just identified it. Okay, identified as well as enter the data and click on step 4. Yes. Okay, login successful and it went back. I think step over. So again, it back to main method. Right. Clear? Yeah. So this is a pure Java oriented project concept. So, but later point of time, so it will be changed little bit, but few sessions will be drive like this only. We will create a class. So whenever I give assignment, next assignment, I will not see the code in the main method. Main method should be have a object creation and method callings only. Okay, method callings only. So you have to segregate your code as a this. So by using this video after uploading, so next assignment I will provide you. So refactoring same banking para login only. You can refactor the code. Okay. Yeah. So yes. And one more thing I want to parameterize. So concept called method parameterization. Right. So here you can see I want to parameterize my base URL. Base URL. So here we are hard coded, right? So for this program, every time this page is open. So which one? That HRM application page also will open every time. So I want to make sure that whenever I want to change my URL. Why we required is in our real time. So we have a kind of environments, QA environment, dev environment, stage environment. So what it will happen? So every environment, the server will be some different location, a different region, a different server side. Based on the server, the environment will be that base URL will be valid. Okay, it will be changed. So based on that, we can drive our code by using parameterization as a base URL. So here it will pass it. So here we can consider as a method parameter. Okay, so now what was the change? Earlier we have a big URL here. Now here we set as a one variable, and while calling time we are passing this one. So and this method will carry when it is called here. So it will be set here, and after that it will be here. That page.navigate method will be open this particular exact URL, right? Yes. So let me run this one, and the refactoring is completed successfully. Well, okay. Okay, then let's move on to the another topic. Yes. Now, yeah. So now there is one more a new topic. Yeah, this is done right. The fourth one, just little bit change only. So last session, I think we had a discussion on data types like primitive and non-primitive. So in that time, I explained very briefly on that primitive data types only. But now we'll discuss about non-primitive data types. There are class, it is categorized class and array, and class and object. So every day we are talking about class, right? As we know, class and object as well. So let's we'll see this in detail. String is very important for the level of our Java point of view as well as Playwright point of view, and array also is very important. Let's start that one. Uh, Let me open the PPTs. It is a very important topic in string in class or string in Java. Okay. So what is a string? Anybody? Any idea? Everybody know, right? String is a collection of literals. String is a collection of characters, right? So in this topic, what we are going to learn is what is a literal string and what is a constructor, okay, and what are the commonly methods. So these are very important, and there are many methods, but I'll cover few of the methods, but you have to explore, okay, and mutable string and why it is mutable and what is the formatting in a for, okay. So this topic is a very simple topic, but it is a critical topic. And in an interview, in an interview time, so people will ask the questions on uh, this area, the programming skills. They will check that in player automation guy who are having a programming skill, whether he has or not. We can by using this string concept, we can have multiple interview questions. Like suppose they will give one string, right? Suppose hello world, okay, hello world. So find the duplicate numbers or repeated numbers. Suppose there is a commonly is a word they given. So oh, how many times is repeated? Two times, right? So figure out the unit they want to oh hyphen two times repeated words, something like. Okay, so duplicate values, duplicate literals. Okay, or they will give you one paragraph. Find out the repeated kind of words. Suppose if I gave this kind of as a paragraph, so find out the words are repeated. So learn is repeated one, two, three, four, and about is repeated one, two, three, four. Okay, and anyone, any other things repeated here? String and strings. One time, string, two times. Yeah. Something like we will get the interview questions. So that is the reason. So string is very, very important. I'm going very basic. Okay. I'm going with a very basic level. Please follow that. Okay. Let's go to this string. Yeah. String, I told you, right? There are a collection of sequence of like, characters you can represent as a string, right? And in Java, the string class, okay, just we are mentioning it is a predefined class. Okay, so string class is defined by Java. Okay, so it is a defined class. Okay, it is belongs to a java.lang package. In Java, there is a packages we have. So in that java.lang package, it belongs to this particular class. Okay, and we have a class means in our mind, right? Whenever we are talking about a class, in our mind it should be like this, like fields, methods will be there, constructor must be there. So again, I'm going back to our your first session screenshot. Let me first session. So class in the sense in your mind it should be visible like this. Okay, otherwise you will not capture my sessions or any Java you will not able to understand without this. Okay, every class, vehicle class. Okay, string class. Now I'm talking about a string class. So in our string in the sense, this string is defined by Java guys. So what they will write? Common things. They will fields, constructor, methods. So if at all it has main method, it doesn't really matter. But fields will be there, constructor will be there, methods also there. Methods will be there. So okay. So whenever we are exposing any class, so in your mind, okay, fields will be there, constructor will be there, methods will be there. So similarly, the string class have some kind of constructors, some kind of methods, right? All those things will be there. Yeah, string has a constructor and methods, like other classes, right? And string has like two operators. Okay, so it is a purely kind of operator. I'm not covering this topic operators. What I will do is I will create a separate video. You can refer that. Okay, it is simple topic only, mathematical related topic. Everybody aware of that, I think. But I will create a separate video. So there is a plus operator. What it does, and like plus adding some values, right? But here in the string standpoint, in the string level, if you plus symbol in the sense you are adding a two string. Suppose a class and a represent, right? I want to concat. I want to add this word in a single word. So we can make sure a plus symbol we can use. So that is the case in our print statement. In our previous sessions, I think. Yes. So, man, I'm not organizing properly. Yes. So this is the kind of string again. So here, what we are doing, we want to concatenate another string. So you can add a double quotation interest. So this is a kind of one set of string, and there is another kind of set of string you want to concat. So you want to add. So plus symbol is adding for concatenation. So that is what here, and equal to also use it for concatenation. Yeah. So how to declare a string? So this is the way we can declare a string. String, the class name, and followed by a reference variable and string name. Okay, string name. So you see, assigning a literal to a string value, right? How many literals we have? R, O, B, R, T, right? So that is the kind of thing. Suppose here in this example, suppose we want one literal. So this is a one literal. Okay, this is a one literal. This is one literal, right? So total we have this literal. Every literal will have an index 0. Okay, so the index is 0. So whenever you want to get one letters, okay, one literals. So there is a one method called, okay, it is a class, right? Predefined class. In that class we have n number of methods. There is a one method called character at of. Character at of, it is a index 0. So which means this 0, which means the first initial value will be there. So R will be stored in the character format. So result of this string in the robot dot character rate of 0 means the R will be stored in the here. Okay, this is one of the method here explained. Okay, so that is what one thing. Next. So this is one of the interview question. Immutable string is a immutable. So what is a immutable? Okay, what is a immutable means whenever you create a object. Okay, so you have given some value and assign the reference. So the value cannot be changed. Okay, cannot be modified. So that means it is a immutable. So suppose if you create a string, so string str. Let me tell me, are you able to see the screen? No, right? I'm typing something. Let's see.
Yes, we can.
That ABCD some chunk codes.
Yes, we can see that, Nagesh.
Right, right. So then I can use it here. So here string str, right? And if I add a hello, okay. So hello. So this is the one declaration, right? So now hello is printed. Hello is stored in that variable. So it is a kind of object value, right? Suppose I want to change str to like hi. Okay. So people will think that so value is updated, but the backend it is not like that. Okay. So in terms of seeing this word, okay, initially I created I assigned the value hello, but after later point of time I changed to hi. Okay, we thought that it is the value got changed, but if value got changed in sense it is not a immutable. Okay, it is not a immutable, but here the behavior of string is immutable. We cannot change the value. So what happened is internally, so the first reference is created and hello is stored here. Okay, and str is assigned. Whenever you update it, okay, another object will create. So that is called hi. Okay, and this reference will be okay cut. Okay, this reference will be loose. Okay, in the memory. This object is free now. So the new reference, same thing. These both are same. So it is assigned to the new object. So now, if I erase this one, so this will be like this in the memory location. After some time, this hello will be garbage collector. Okay, garbage in it will throw away from the memory. So what is the latest value? So that will be the actual value. So that is called immutable. Suppose mutable in the sense within the hello only hi should be override. So that is not done by the Java, sorry, string class. So for the other classes we have, we'll talk later. But immutable difference and immutable difference. So within the object level correction, so that is a mutable. But immutable in the sense we will throw away the existing object reference, and we are creating a new location and value. So and reference is assigned, something like. Okay. Yeah. Let's see that we have a detailed explanation for this. Yeah. And coming to uh, creating a string two types. Okay. So there are two way we can create a string in Java, and which one is preferable? Okay, which one is preferable? So you see the first statement, string word equal to Java. Okay, so string word equal to Java, and second word is string word two equal to word one. Okay, so what we have done? So here first we store a Java. Okay, so this is the one, and what is the reference variable? This one, right? So this one. So we are assigning this to like word two. So which means we are referring in the same literal only, same object. Okay, so this is the one way of creating a object for that. Okay, and there is another way by using a new keyword. Because why new keyword is came, as we know. So creating a class name, right? So class name is a string, okay, and the reference is str and equal to new and the constructor. So constructor, in the constructor we can pass that literal, which literal you want to store. So Java. So this is the one. So this is the one we can create. Okay. So normal way of creation is just a string str, string str equal to Java. Okay. So this is a normal way of creation. This is an object way of creation. So there is a big story, but later find that I will explain when it required. So you have to remember this is a more efficient way to create. Okay. So we can create this way also, but kind of memory wise, it will be kind of object way. So whenever you creating a one more instant, right, another references on will be created, objects will be created, and it will be memory leakage will be happen. Okay. Yeah. So how the memory location like is here it is explained. So let's see that one example here. So suppose if this is a literal way of create, right? String word equal to Java, and we are using the character dot upper letter of word of ART. So nobody understand, right? But at least this would be in your mind, right? I told you. So in the last, the word is a variable, and that what is a variable? Java. So what is the location? Index 0. J is 0 is this one. So J is come, right? So we are making to upper letter. Okay, it is already upper letter, but we are making to upper letter, and just you are concatenation plus symbol, right? So we are concatenating one more string, something like. So what it is doing here is just here is the first time is an object. Okay, so that is what the reference in the memory it will be created like this. So later point of time, what we are doing, we are changing to our like J. We are taking out a one J and we are making a substring. So what we are doing in the same reference variable, we are assigning another value. Okay. So I told you right. The next the reference will be lost this existing object and throw into a garbage collector. So that's what here it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And yeah. So empty string. So we'll do some exercises, no problem.
Nagesh,
But
I
we
think
can,
class is going to be ended in 1 minute. So can we start the new session?
yeah, okay. And let me stop here.